here in Franklin doing laundry. I went to the Huddle House for breakfast. I just went to Save-A-Lot and resupplied, and now I'm getting ready to take the laundry out. And it should be dry and clean, and then I'm gonna hike back up to the hotel. It is, of course, a beautiful day, and gonna get nasty again tomorrow, but well, this is what it looks like outside. And yesterday it was so rainy that I couldn't even videotape, so that's the way the trail goes. Anyways, using my trash compactor bag liner as my laundry bag, and now it's going to be my grocery bag too. Hike back up, go to the room, start packing my stuff up. I'm not leaving till tomorrow, but I'm expecting Thumper and Washer potentially to come in. They got stuck on the hill yesterday due to lightning, and then I'll go from there. Gotta get rolling. So I just finished laundry, and this nice gentleman's gonna give me a ride back to the hotel, but he has tricked out his own van and basically travels around living the life. I see a picture of him in Harper's Ferry at the halfway point up there. So he's got a kitchenette, bed area, looks like storage, and a really cool shower setup. And then he's got storage back here. Very nice job. Very cool. And he's got solar on top. Okay, wanted to just give a quick example of a normal hiker room. So when you get into a place you can stay, you take the liners out of your shoes, you dry your shoes. For me, I have those lifts that go in the bottom of mine because of plantar fasciitis. There's my sits pad, which wraps around my tent on the back of my pack. You can see pack explosion right here. There's my bag. I just got back from the laundry. Every bit of clothing I have is right there. These two bags represent my resupply. My electronics bag, that's my wallet for the New York State AAA Athletic Directors Association. I've reused my name badge tag from a previous conference, and works great as a trail wallet. There's my cook system, my 2 water bottles, cleaned out my Katahdin Bee-Free water system. Up there's my sleep pad. There's my backpack with my sleep bag and my clothing bag drying out. And then obviously on the floor is my Z-Packs tent, which is almost completely dry at this point. Dries out very quickly. So was able to do resupply this morning while I did my laundry, and got lucky enough to catch a ride from a former hiker back up here to the hotel, and even gave me a little trail magic. I got a Mountain Dew. So anyways, that's what a typical hiker room will look like, at least on day one. I'm going to start packing up this afternoon so that I have a little less time tomorrow morning to get ready. The trail shuttle that the town of Franklin provides for $3 will take me back to Winding Stair Gap, where I'll start my climb up to Siler, and then they'll climb to Waya, and I'll probably stay at Waya Shelter, which will be about a 12-mile hike, I think, from memory. It'll take me 2.5 days to get to into the Natahala Outdoor Center, where hopefully I'm gonna get picked up by my sister Cece and maybe go do laundry again, get a shower, have a real home-cooked meal, and do one more. Well, I don't have to do a resupply. She's already dropped a box there for me. So, and if not, I'll stay at Natahala overnight, because that climb out of there is a bear. So, anyways.
Big old bear's back in the
Big old bear back in Franklin. It's good to see you, buddy. Yeah. But I happened to get introduced to your friends here. Would you like introduce yourselves, please?
My name is it's Vanna, but my trail name is Speed Bump.
I'm Trail Life.
Trail Life.
This is my wife. We've been married for less than 3 years now. And I was just telling Roland here how we met. We both were in a church in South Carolina, a small church. And I had moved back to Oklahoma, where I'm from. and her daughter moved to Texas. So she went to Texas, which is across the state line, of course, just a small town, Vernon, across the state line. She went an hour and 40 minutes to another church called Elk City, Oklahoma, and I went an hour from where I was at in Thomas, Oklahoma. We both met again in a church in Elk City about 6 months later or so, maybe it was, from the time we
Yeah.
left.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I told Roland, I was kind of stubborn. I've never been married. So I said, okay, Lord, I can take a hint, though. I'm a little stubborn, but, I can take a hint. So, anyway, that's how we kind of got together again. And so from there, we ended up getting married. We got married in Turkey, in a cave
We did.
in Cappadocia, Turkey.
Wow.
Now, we wanted to get
Awesome.
married in Jerusalem, in Israel, but that didn't work out. So we ended up going to Turkey.
I
And,
want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Sure,
Whose idea was it to hike the trail? Both
Both.
or one?
Oh.
spontaneous.
It was both.
Spontaneous.
Both of us wanted to hike the trail.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I had heard about the trail years ago, and I thought it was interesting. I love to hike, love to walk, and so we just ended up talking about it, and that was one of his desires as well. And so things opened up, and
If you've been married for just a couple of years, you get through all of it. You already know each other pretty well. And then you're sitting around, it's late one night, and this out of the blue, before you go to bed, she says, I had an uncle one time. He hiked the AT, and that got my attention because I always wanted to hike the AT, but never think it would happen. And she sat down in her chair and she looked up and said, I'd like to hike the
Try
AT
that.
someday.
Yeah.
And I said, really? Because that was what I wanted to do. So from that spontaneous kind of moment, and that took about a year and a half
yeah,
of planning. I mean, it didn't happen overnight, to make everything kind of
And then
come into alignment. And we were in
COVID.
between selling houses, the
COVID
COVID
hit,
thing,
and we
and
both
the
ended
question
up
of
with
if
COVID.
not now, when came up,
yeah.
and the age thing, and so everything lined up. And so, 5 weeks after we moved to South Carolina,
we got on the trail.
we
That's
got on the
awesome.
trail.
That's awesome. So maybe a more pertinent question. How the heck do you end up with this guy?
He just crossed
So-
paths.
We got back at Muskrat.
So there was a storm that came by.
Another intervention from God.
right.
Okay. And her name being Speed Bump is for a reason. And I kind of always planning. It's 2:30. It's another 4 miles, 5 miles to our next rendezvous. We don't do the 4:30 thing. We do the 2:30 thing.
2:30?
This is
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay here for the storm. And so I don't know, maybe an hour or so after that.
He came
You're
in.
in
No,
Yeah.
it's maybe an hour and a half because he came in and we had some other people there that knew him. And a preacher, I think, was there.
Yeah.
And a couple of others.
Yeah, she wasn't-
Oh, he's already synonymous with the trail,
Stuff
probably.
Cabbage was there, preacher was there,
Yeah,
some different
so-
ones. So he comes in, and bear is bear. So,
Bear is bear. Yeah.
What can we say?
Entertainment value is high.
Yeah, exactly. So
Friendly, knows everybody.
Well, I feel blessed to have heard your story. And it's cool as heck. And I certainly blessed to have met Bear and run across him. And you'd think we were two brothers from another mother the way we saw each other.
Well, yeah.
But it's that's how quick you can make friends on this
That's
trail.
right.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's a tramway out here.
all
It
right,
is a
all right.
tramway.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
I hope both of you make Katahdin.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
I will feel blessed to know that I got to meet you along the way.
Thank
Well,
you.
blessing
Thank
to
you.
meet
Got to
you.
get rolling.
Okay.